Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jason Alexander of the Blue Moon of Neptune, also known as the Market Moon Lord, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. And today we're going to be doing an astrological reading on Apple's chart, and we're talking astrology chart, okay? And we can call this another form of DD, if you will. But on this channel, we are using astrology just to predict the market, just like we use astrology to predict everything else. Why not the actual company? Okay. And so we can just say this is another technical way of analyzing a company, and by simply just using the astrology chart. Okay. So I've been doing astrology for forever, and I've been doing the stocks for a little bit over a year, and it's kind of funny when I the more I did technical readings, the more I was like, this is just like what I do with astrology. Today we're just going to be doing the actual astrology chart of Apple, okay? But later we're going to be doing the transits, which is when you are actually tracking the current positions of the sky, okay? For people who are into stocks and do technical readings there, I think you guys are going to find astrology interesting if you give it a chance, okay? So I'm going to just give you guys a snippet of how I read a person's chart. Today we're just going to go over my chart. So my chart is the inner wheel, okay, and the outside wheel is the current world, okay. And this is going to be very quick because I just want to give you an idea what transits mean, okay. So for example, the sun is right here and it has a blue line over to my sun's. That makes it a nice sextile, okay. A sextile is harmony between two planets. So my actions, since the sun rules how we take action on things, is going to be in good harmony with how my ego and my actions work naturally, okay. And I'm not going to be out of place. So today it tells me that I'm doing this unique video, and I'm on target with this. This is something that I should be doing based upon that little read. Now, we have all that other stuff going on, but I just want to give you guys a quick little snippet on how you can use this in your own life, past just for stocks and stuff like that. And let's jump over to Apple now. Okay. As I explained, I'm not the type that's going to sit there and make a whole bunch of notes with Apple stocks or anything like that. I'm off the rip type of guy. I'm very intuitive, and this is just what I do. I read charts all the time. This is literally the first time I looked at Apple stock. Or excuse me, Apple's astrology. Only thing I knew about is that the Aries sun, but I'm already getting excited looking at it. As you guys go, I know this sounds crazy to some of you guys, but as we go on and as you follow along with me, it's going to take a while, but you will eventually get an understanding of astrology, and I'll try to explain it the best I can as I go. But I don't want to get too technical. I just want to give you guys the information for the most part. Okay. So first of all, the sun is very important in a chart. The moon is super important, okay, because those are the two biggest planets we see in our sky from our perspective, right? And in astrology, everything is considered a planet, as far as the sun and the moon. But yes, I understand they're not planets. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting. So every planet has a place that's at home at. Every planet has a place it does best at. Every planet has a place it does worse, and every planet has a place it just doesn't function at all, really. Ironically, both the sun and the moon are in their exalted positions on this chart. So the sun is in Aries, okay? The sun's here and is in Aries, and the moon is here, right? And if you look at this yellow line, it goes all the way here, okay? So for people who want to know the birth time I'm using and all that good stuff, the Wikipedia and other sources gave me this birthday. We don't know his birth time, so we are not going to be using, the house systems for the people who understand what that means. We're just going to be judging it based upon the planet's positioning and signs. Okay, so awesome, awesome, awesome. So we have the two biggest planets, the two most important planets in the chart to me, and to most astrologers are going to say it's the sun and the moon, and they're both in the best position possible. That's amazing. Okay. Um, Now we do have some places that there's some planets that are in the worst positions. Okay, so we have Mars is debilitated in Cancer. That's interesting. Venus is exalted in Pisces. That's interesting. Okay, Venus represents money. Venus represents relationships. Venus represents love and beauty. Okay, Mars represents passion, war, um, taking action, being number one, willpower. Okay, so this is very interesting. Okay, this is, you see the girl sign on the bathroom, right there, and then you see the male sign right there. That's very interesting to me. We'll get to that though. Okay. So basically the sun is how we take action on things. It's in Aries. Okay. So this is going to give Apple a endless supply of energy. Okay. Because the sun is our vitality. Apple is, or excuse me, Aries is energy, it's the spark, it's the initiator, it's the go-getter, it's the number one. It wants to be the best, it wants to work the hardest. Okay, the sun is our ego. Okay, so it's very fair to say that Apple has a very endless supply of energy and a very strong willpower, very strong to be the best. Okay, now it's kind of funny because it doesn't come off that way, and a lot of the reasons I want to say it doesn't come off that way is because their Mars, which is ruled by Aries, is in Cancer. So it's kind of, Cancer is the shell, it's the water sign that keeps the emotions, tries to keep the emotions in, tries to, show a certain persona with this position. It's going to be a little hidden with actions. Okay, so I'm not surprised at all that they don't come off like they're just like greedy and just wants to be number one in a selfish company, even though there's definitely been things that come out that kind of will say that, they'll do anything to be the best, I guess. Which is very Aries like energy, but the sun is exalted, so it's going to do good there, and it's always going to do what's best for itself. So I think that's very good for the stocks because I think it's always going to want to be, number one there, and it wants to be, always perform. So we can always bet on Apple to always want to be the best, always have that drive. Okay, always compete is a good way of saying it, and to have that authority in the kingdom. Okay, the sun is the authoritator, is the authority, is the lion of the jungle. The sun is exalted in Aries. Okay, so it is definitely a king out here. So that is very very bullish energy right off the bat. Sun in Aries, you could have a whole bunch of messed up planets, but a sun in Aries is a very good sign of a person who's never going to give up, person or a company is never going to give up. Company is always going to want to compete. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, and I'm just going to run through these. Maybe one day, if this if you guys, if the channel does really good and you guys are wanting more details, I will definitely go there. If you see here, the sun is definitely getting aspected. We have an opposite. If you look at those lines, those are aspects. Okay, so sun's conjunct Mercury, sun opposite Pluto, sun trine Mercury, or Neptune, sun square Mars, and in conjunct North Node. Okay, so every planet represents something. Every planet means something. Okay, so first of all, I do want to mention the fact that Mercury is conjunct the sun. You see right here, they're both 12 degrees. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, Mercury's are literally our intelligence. It's how we process things. Mercury is how we communicate. Mercury is how we make a plan and go about the plan. Okay, Mercury in Aries is very bullish energy because Mercury in Aries is endless supply. It's always thinking, is always wanting to do something new. It's always trying to spark a new way to win. Okay, that's what Mercury does in Aries. Okay, and I keep using the word trying to spark a new energy and stuff like that is because Aries represents the first one. It represents the first fire sign, the first energy of expression. Okay. So, and it's the first sign of the zodiac. Okay. So literally like it is the initiator of the zodiac if there's any sign that is. So it's no wonder that Apple's done things that no one ever saw coming, and they will continue to do that. Very bullish energy all day, every day. Now, I do want to talk about Mars being there. This is just going to further fuel the sun's drive. Okay. So, whatever the ego wants, whatever the company wants, Mercury is immediately going to think. They got a lot of thinkers in the company. Okay. And Mercury is very good with numbers, very quick, very witty. Now, Mercury can be can make a little bit of mistakes in Aries because it forgets to think a little bit there, and it might rush. But at the end of the day, all this Aries energy is getting ruled by Mars, the ruler of Aries, and that's in Cancer, which is going to slow that down and make it a more strategist. Mars in Cancer is not an energy that's going to just jump in the water. Okay, it's going to be a little nervous, jump in the water, and it's gonna, put a toe in first. Okay, so that is very good to calm down this Mercury Sun Aries energy. Okay, so I really like that. That's going to make this company a strategist, and still keeping the pressure. They always keep the pressure on. Very emotionally driven to always be number one and keep the pressure. Now, let's talk a little bit about the moon exalted in Taurus. That is very awesome. Very awesome. First of all, Taurus is the manifestation sign of the zodiac. It's the best manifester. It's the concrete energy of Earth. Okay, so Aries is fire, so it's very sparky and it can have quick movements. But Taurus and Earth is very still. It's very stable, and that's very good because, especially with Aries, there's you want things stabilizing it. Cancer is not a stabilizing energy, like I was saying here, but it will slow it down because this is definitely a conscious energy. But Taurus is the most stable sign of the zodiac. It's concrete earth energy. Okay. It's the concrete foundation of things. So that is very, very, very bullish energy and very good sign of this company always being stable. Okay. Especially on a level of making sure they do what they need to do. Okay. Because the moon is the mother of zodiac, the sun is the father, moon is the mother. The father wants to go out there and make the money, but the mother wants to make sure everything's stable and put it in order in the house. Okay, so best believe that the moon in Taurus is definitely going to give this company very stable energy, making sure everything is stable, making sure everything's in place, making sure everything is concrete, making sure all the bricks are laid down nicely. We also have Jupiter in Taurus, and Jupiter is all about wisdom. Okay, so Jupiter and Taurus is also going to make the company wise, learn from mistakes, and stay grounded with their principles. Okay, so there's definitely a company who's going to stick to their principles with Jupiter and Taurus. Now, some more energy with Taurus is a lot of things. Okay, I mentioned it's the best manifestor of the zodiac because it's the Earth energy. But the other reasons why it's the best manifestor of the zodiac is it's naturally ruled by Venus, and we mentioned the Sun or Taurus, or excuse me, Venus is exalted in Pisces, and since the Moon and Jupiter is in Taurus, and that's getting filtered into this Venus with Pisces, that's a very beautiful energy. Okay, now let me explain to you. What Taurus is and what Pisces and what Venus is at the same time, because they're pretty much the same energies. Okay. Now, Venus wants beauty. Venus wants to indulge. Venus wants to enjoy life. Okay. Venus wants the finer things of life. It's Aphrodite, the goddess of love, the goddess of beauty. Okay. So the company wants to be number one, but it wants to do it in a beautiful fashion, and it wants to enjoy everything about it. Okay, and this company is very hungry. Just manifest, gain more assets, gain more paper. Okay, that's Taurus. Okay, Taurus wants to feel. Taurus rules the senses, wants to see, taste, touch, feel. Okay, here, that's and apples in all those type of industries, right? And it wants to manifest, it wants to grow, and it wants to be concrete. Okay, and it wants to indulge, and it wants other people to indulge, and it wants to be liked. Venus wants to be liked. Venus wants to be loved. Okay, and Apple, of course, is liked and loved. Okay, and since Venus is in a Pisces, which is a water sign. Okay, it's kind of funny because a lot of the fire energy, a lot of the energy is in Aries, and a lot of energy is in Taurus. But both of those planets are both, yeah, that rule these signs are both in water signs. Okay, so I it's kind of interesting because Apple is pretty water dominated, when you look at it like that, because a lot of the energy is getting kind of shifted there. If it's getting in Aries in fire but shifted into water energy when it's used. Okay, and Uranus is also in Scorpio. Okay, and we could have a grand trine waters. No, we don't. Okay. So that's very, very beautiful. That's very, 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 that's very, very beautiful because, they have a good mixture of energies. They have fire, they have water, they have air, and they have earth. Okay, a little bit of air, but we don't know the rising sign of the company. I would not be surprised if that was some air. I wouldn't be surprised a lot of these planets were in some air houses. Okay, so let's not act like Apple doesn't have some air, a lot more air than what's visible here. um Nevertheless, let's continue. Where was I? Let's clear some of this. Okay. So the water energy is going to bring a lot more emotional energy to the company, okay? Where they're going to want to connect, okay? So it was very, very important to Apple to stay connected to their customers, stay connected to their customers in an emotional way, okay? So they're always trying to emotionally connect. And it's really funny because I was on their Instagram, and if you look at their Instagram, let's do Apple. Okay. If you look at their Instagram, it's very artsy. Like I was looking, I was like, man, it's like you would have never think this was like a technology company, right? When you look at their Instagram, and that's very well them trying to connect to the people and understanding the people, and understanding that they don't always have to sell. They can be more elegant and beautiful, and just have some type of relationship, okay, with their customers. And that's really a big energy that Apple has. They want to have relationships with the company, their customers. They want their customers to enjoy themselves, and they want to enjoy their customers. So I like that. They have a lot of willpower to be number one. They have a lot of energy to manifest, but they also have a lot of energy to connect in this chart, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. I do like this chart. And so let's see. I do want to talk about the sun getting hit by Pluto over here. Okay. That red line that goes all the way across over here to Pluto. Okay. Pluto is all about changes. Pluto is all about manifestation as well, manifestation of desires. Okay, Pluto is things coming out of nowhere, things coming out of the darkness. Okay, and it's happening in Libra, and Libra is also Venus, and Venus is all about beauty. Okay, and having the finer things of life, and striking deals, one-on-one connections, stuff like that. So this is definitely going to show that there's going to be a lot of opportunity for Apple to always connect with somebody, to connect with other companies, to always work with other companies, to always help transform with other companies, to always be able to transform with their peers and their and groups, and they're going to have a really good ability to be seen and known, and be able to network and stuff like that. So there's no wonder that through relationships, through the people, they have transformations. That's Pluto. Okay. This will also show that it is important for Apple to always be cautious of what it does, because one bad step can have a sudden change, right? With the sun opposite of Pluto. But for the most part, they are cautious, and they are stable, like we talked about. So I'm not too worried about that. That just is more like saying the action they take is just going to have a lot of good energy to transform, and that's good. That's good as long as it's controlled, focused, and the target is locked in. That's beautiful. That's bullish, right? Now let's see. Sunshine Neptune. That's very, very, very good energy. Neptune is the imagination. Neptune is fantasies. The sun trining that is a person who's not afraid to go after their fantasies, not afraid to go after what's in their imagination, not afraid to be imaginative and take on creative projects. Very, very cool. I like that. I like that. I like that. Square Mars is basically, especially with the Pluto involved in that, they just have a strong desire to take action on things that they have their mind on. they have their energy on. Okay. So there's an extreme drive going on with Apple, but they do it in an elegant way. And I'm not gonna lie, they're very good at being hidden about what they're doing. I mean, you put Saturn, which controls how they build reality, and Cancer. This is definitely someone or a company who would be hidden with how they're doing things sometimes, and or shy even. Okay, Mars is going to be timid. Okay, so they're a very unrevealing company with this energy, which also could make them very manipulative. Okay, all this water energy can make them a manipulating energy. Um, what is going off? I am so sorry. Oh, I know. Okay, so all this water energy can also make them manipulating. Okay, and it also makes them very adaptable. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'm not really too worried about anything bad happening. I mean, it's just Saturn and Cancer is something that can be unorthodox and hidden about things. Okay, and it's getting that trine of Venus, which I like that if that's what it is doing. Let's see. Yeah, trine of Venus. Okay, and that's just gonna help them balance things out because Venus cares a lot about balance. Saturn cares a lot about structure. So they're gonna always be able to take on a lot of projects and be able to balance that stuff out and nourish the situation. Like this is a company who nourishes their employees, most likely nourishes their customers, nourishes the plan and how they just do things as a whole. So that's very bullish. That's what Cancer does, is the mother, is to nurture. Okay. Now I do want to talk about this Neptune. It's getting a nice trine to the sun, which we've talked about. It's getting trine to Neptune, getting a semi sextile to North Node and a sextile to Pluto. That's all beautiful energy for really a company who believes in their own fantasies, believe in their goals. I mean, obviously, let's just think about how Apple began. It's all about Apple is this company, Aries energy, getting hit with this Neptune. This is a person or company who, even if the whole world says they can't do something, but they believe they can, they will. Okay, that's what Neptune is, a delusional energy almost, where it's like a delusional confidence with this Neptune. Whatever is in that imagination, they delusionally think they can manifest it into the world, which is very, very bullish energy. And lastly, I do want to talk about, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm just now seeing this. They do have their exalted Uranus in Scorpio. Okay, that's an exaltation. Okay, now Scorpio is all about sudden changes, especially with things you desire, and it also rules the private parts. It rules secrecies. They have the North Node in Scorpio. They rule. Let me break down Scorpio real fast. It rules the private parts. Therefore, rules sex. Therefore, rules uh, life. Therefore, rules deaths. Therefore, rules sudden changes. All those things take place in privacy. Therefore, rules secrets. Rule privacy. It also rules occultism, because that can be kept in a secret or down low. It also rules sudden changes or sudden resources, transformations from the darkness. Okay, so when you see a lot of Scorpio in a chart, you can definitely see a lot of transformations going on. Uranus there is all about the future. It's all about innovation. It's the pioneer. It's the mad scientist. So they're like mad science. This company is like a mad scientist company with exaltation of Uranus and Scorpio. Also, we have the North Node, which is destiny, also in Scorpio, trying to transform things. This company wants to transform things. This company is always down to transform. So this company is super adaptable with that energy. I love that. I love that for Apple. A lot of oppositions. Let's see what we got here. I love this for Apple. Very bullish. Trying to Mars. Okay, yeah. So this is a company who's not afraid to take something that has never been seen before and show it to the world. Like they'll go after that type of energy. That's beautiful. Opposition to Jupiter. When they do that, they have expansion. Jupiter brings expansion. Jupiter brings good luck. Okay, trying or opposite the moon. They have a strong sense of wanting to be the first, or wanting to be brand new, wanting to be a pioneer, wanting to invent, wanting to bring things into the future. They have a strong desire for that, and they have a lot of good luck because Neptune, the fantasy planet is in the most lucky sign of zodiac, Sagittarius. It's all about what you go after, you can get. Okay, so Neptune there and is beautiful. Uranus there, beautiful. Pluto and a sign like Libra that can get resources, and Pluto loves resources, love that energy. Saturn, how do you build? They're going to nurture everything. Mars hates being a Cancer, but this is very good because it slows down the RAM that is very, very quick and fast, and makes them more conscious and safe. So I like that for long term stock, right? And then Taurus is all about manifestation. They have exalted sun there, or excuse me, moon there. Jupiter is really good at getting money in Taurus. And then, of course, exalted Venus, which is all about money, all about relationships. So this company is literally lit. Okay. So the next time we talk about this company, I will be doing a transit reading, and we'll be kind of, gauging what's going to happen to Apple in the future. Okay. So this is the Blue Moon Neptune, also known as the market moon lord. And I'm here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Here's the username on Twitter. Here's the username on Instagram. And this is my website, Astrology Services and blog. And yeah, guys, until next time, peace.
The Resistance.
Yeah.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.
I'm the truth, no illusion. They got hate like poison. They fake like CNN. Fuck them, you know them from way back when. They thought they had it, but we grabbed it. The universe showed me the course. Now I got haters that way, because I went this way. Yeah, my way. Moon phase at Alexander. Blue moon savior, Neptune flow. Full moon glow. So hype, new highs, great vibe. Moon status, Pisces, magic, psychic. I knew I had it, manifested, can't contest it, flexing. Keep them guessing, keep them checking, moving in silence. Low-key lit, high-key legit. You a has-been, I'm a captain, never sinking, got the waves moving. Now we soaring like solar, power master, illuminator, flame burst. I'm woke, I'm cursed, you blind, that's worse. Third eye grind, Neptune shine. You a bitch and the mental, spiritually crippled, so doubtful, shows in the physical. I'm so me, I can't perceive me though, like beam, black lightning. Nigga, I'm shining because I'm grinding, she fucking cause I'm godly. Don't cross me, just fuck me. They wanna steal my energy, get the fakes away from me. Businessman first, I keep it classy. Been a boss since I was 19. You lost like you can't find the keys. You thirsty, that's why your girl be calling me. I'm interesting, I got boss things. When she with me, she feel flossy. For you, it's too costly. Part me, now I sign cocky. Your girl a jockey.